Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. And today is May the 20th. I currently have a trailer full in my old Ransom's trailer here with pig food because the pigs need feeding. And as you can see from the length of the grass around the farm, it's been a good few weeks growing. We've had a bit of rain, but the rain has actually held off for a little while. The grass has dried out a bit. And so we're going to be doing some hay making today once we have fed our pigs here. So I'm just going to back this up and we'll tip it out. And that will feed the pigs rather nicely. So yeah, we're topping up the pig feed. Our cows, our horses and our chickens are good as well. And yeah, we need to get on with some haymaking. So today we're going to be cutting the grass. We're going to be over in field 34. It is the bit that we need to do. Well, it is our only grass field. Silage is beginning to get underway at the top farm, so there may be some requests from help from them in the near future, I think. But let's put this away. It's just the most efficient way to feed the pigs, is to fill this trailer up with pig feed. And then we can just go and push it around in their trough later. But at the moment, yeah, just the easiest way to do it. And that's one of the reasons we've got this great little ATV. It just works well for us for that. Also a great way for us to move the eggs as well. Right, there we go. So that is that job done. We'll close this gate. We'll close this shed for now. And we'll just jog over and pop into our main shed because we're going to be using our brand new tractor. We've been using it an awful lot, and there's a good reason why we got this tractor. Knowing that we were going to be using it a fair amount. Kind of put this into something. We'll still be doing things like carting and things with this, but the lack of a front hitch on this now just means that the 6175 is so much more useful to us. Speaking of front hitches, we need to drop off the weight that we've got on here at the moment. Still not got our old Massey, the classic Massey that we picked up back over to Ballincraig yet. I need to go and drop that off at some point, as I said, because we kind of need to free up that trailer, actually. We're going to be needing that to cart stuff about and transport stuff. Right, and then we'll hook this up to here. There we go. And attach everything else. Lift her up. Perfect. Yeah, the front hitch on the other John Deere just was not lifting the mower at all. So we were going to try and cut with it, and we would just have no ability to stop it cutting. We'd have other than turning it off every time we turned, which is just not really that helpful to us. Right, there we go. Let's pop out and connect that up, and connect everything. There we are. And then we'll bring that up. Like so. There we go. And we are all ready. I think this opens outwards. Yeah, it does. And then we can head around here. As I said, so this is a field that we purchased new to the farm. It was we purchased it mainly to support livery, our horse livery that we're running at the moment. We've only got 2 horses in, but you know, we need a little bit of hay to make sure that we're good all year round. So we tend to cut this. We're not mad on cutting this. We tend to cut this once in the summer and once in the autumn. And that just means that we get a decent amount of hay off here. I would cut in the spring, but we tend to have fairly wet springs down here in Shamrock Valley, so it doesn't really pay us very well to do that. Right. Unfold our front mower, turn it on and drop it down. And then as we get to the same point, we switch over to our rear mower and unfold that as well. So we're going to go round the headland first. We're going to do it clockwise. And drop it down. There we go. And that way we end up getting a nice good cut. Right, take that up to there. And also because the front mower is doing a lot of the work. And lift these. There we go. Lift those. It means that we get these turns. We can do some nice square turns on the field, especially if we get to here and we drop the front mower first. Again, the front mower doesn't seem to be up. I think our grass is pretty high because we're still cutting stuff at this point. But yeah, so we missed this little patch in the end. But trying to keep this nice and square tends to be a good way for us to go. And just means it makes it that little bit easier for us. We then bale it up into round bales. We have a round baler on the farm, the old class, and yeah, there we are. But you can see here the grass is fairly long because the front baler or the front cutter is still cutting stuff. Right, and pull it right back. There we go. Push the front one down. Push the rear one down. And nice square corner. Which works wonderfully up to this point where we have to circle round. But I like this this side mower setup. This works fairly well for us. And it does not quite the huge power requirement that having a set of butterfly mowers would have. And to be perfectly honest, we don't need butterfly mowers for a single field like this. I mean, this is good for us for some contracting work as well. We sometimes get called in to do some of that. So yeah, I tend to get that done like that. And hopefully with the dryness of this, we should be able to avoid having to ted this field. As a result, it should be a great result to not have to ted this. And it is a nice, big, high growth of grass. And this is part of the reason, actually, that we leave it till the summer while we give it that spring to recover. You know, an early summer cut, that just gives us a massive amount of more of grass to play with, and actually just helps us along a bit here. And as I said, we're not after wet grass, so we get that we avoid that thing of having to dry it out a lot. We probably will ted this. It's not, while it's sunny, it's not massively great drying conditions. The early autumn cut, that will be much better for drying. I hope. If we have a wet autumn, that of course is always a possibility. But yeah, it should be fine. I think we're going to get probably all of this cut in today, because as I said, not a big field. So yeah, you can see the whole job being done. And the great thing here is that we can now just go and cut down the middle of the field. Now that we've got a couple of headland cuts in, and just sort of keep it nice and clean. It's easier for us to have the side cutter into the field. So we'll do the outer edge of our front cutter. There we go. Lift those up. Drop them down. And in we go. Yeah, so we can line up on this side, and then we've got the other cutter on the outside. Just helps us to line things up that little bit better. It's a more difficult thing to do on the butterflies because you're having to look at the back like that all the time. We have had some work where we've been fortunate enough to get to play with some butterfly mowers on a much more powerful tractor, and yeah, lining up those when you do a cut-in like this, so much more difficult. But we are, yeah, we're doing well. So what's going on the farm at the moment? We are, to give you guys an update on that. I think we zeroed in on a combine. Was interesting seeing what you guys thought after the last vlog. We had some good suggestions there for stuff we should go and check, and I think we've decided on one. So we're looking at getting that in the next couple of weeks. I should get it next month. We should have the combine finalised and expecting it to turn up. So that's good news. And yeah, end of next month we're expecting to well, not the end of next month, sort of early July, I think. We're looking at hitting the harvest. There we go, and that should be all good for us. And then beginning of so we should be doing that sort of July, August. We really want the harvest finished by early September. Really, I don't want to go any further than mid-September on the harvest. We should get it all done around here in that time. Should be pretty good for us. Because late September is probably when we want to be, well, at some point, yeah, we need to get that second cut in here, as I said. So it tends to be a very busy, late summer into autumn tends to be a very busy time for us here on the farm. Just so many things going on. And then if our neighbours ask for some help as well, that can sometimes make it busy. But that tends to be happening in September when they're getting a bit desperate to get everything up. Right, let's fold that up, and we'll get this back to the farm. And I think we'll take the 7810 out for a 7610, sorry, out for a spin. You know, we need to use that tractor, and actually putting the tether on it will be really good for it. So let's go and do that. I think the best thing for us to do is park this up here. There we go. And we'll leave this here at the moment, because the trouble with our barn and everything is it is a little bit tight round here. Right, let's jump into this. Start it up. And away we go. There we are. Now, Tedder is behind the gate here, so I'm going to have to shut the gate. Like that. There we are. Yeah, so as I said, it's all a little bit tight in here. There we are, and connect that up. So yeah, our little 6810 is good. Yeah, I said 7810. It's not even that. It's a 6810. This. Our little 6810 is good. It's great for this kind of work. Tend to use this. I mean, this should also be good for carting. We'll use this for that as well, and sort of spread our jobs out. It'll be good for windrowing as well when we need to. There's a wonderful sheen across this field at the moment. Freshly cut grass is just shimmering in the sunlight. Don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, by doing this, by going around and giving this a TED, it will dry a little bit quicker over the next couple of days, and will do us good. So there we go, and start her up, and away we go. And that means that next time I think we will probably be doing some Probably doing some rowing and baling with this field, I think. Hopefully it won't take very long to dry, especially doing this with the tedder. Should mean that we are in a good place as far as that is concerned. And yeah, you can't see the difference yet, but this will make a massive difference to this field getting dry in a good time. And this is, you can see, this is why it's good to leave us to leave a little bit of a space around the edge. Means that we're able to make our turns, which is great. Oh, working wonderfully, that is. Working absolutely wonderfully. It's then working out where we've been, but you can see a difference in where the grass has been cut and where it's been tethered, thankfully. Yeah, you can see it there. So, right. Let's get the rest of this field done. And we'll probably use this. I think we'll then swap round with the tractors next time. And we'll have this on the rower. Getting this field all rowed up, and then we'll have our bigger or more powerful John Deere. We'll have that on the baler. Not that I think the baler actually requires that level of power, to be honest. But it's, as I said, it's good to sort of spread the load around the tractors on the farm, because if we don't do that, we end up overusing one tractor and ending up with a much higher maintenance cost on that. So yeah, I think we should look at the fuel gauge on here. I think we probably need to fill this up with some fuel after this job as well. So we'll go and do that too. There we go. Right, just 2 more rows to go, and then we will be done with this job. And probably done for the day, actually. Not much more to do. Our animals are all in good nick. Our crops are all good. We have got to do some spraying, so we're probably going to be getting some of that done in the next couple of days. But yeah, as far as jobs that we need to do here, just our small field of hay here, I think we've got pretty well done. Yep, and that's that done. Brilliant. So yeah, we will have to see where we go, how quickly this dries. We may be doing maybe get some spraying in, as I said, over the next couple of days while this is drying. But yeah, that is our sole grass field on the farm, all done. That way, we're pretty good. We're in a good place with it. I am going to park this up here to finish off, I think, because yeah, that is a good piece of work. That is a job all jobbed. So yeah, I think we'll leave it here for today. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.